Hello everybody, my name is Maya and I go by Mother Illusion on here, and today I'm just going to be doing a quick collective message. I just want to talk to you guys, just chill out. I've been very tired lately, just trying to reset myself after vending season, but yeah, this one wants to come out. I have some interesting things on the table here today. I have Turkey Tail by my friend Wandering Apothecary. I love taking mushroom tinctures, or just today I put lion's mane powder in my coffee. I love things like that. I got Bobinsana or Bobinsana. This is from the Amazon, and it is used for dreaming, and it really works. And I have Whimsy on the table. I found some small versions of Whimsy, so definitely check that out on illusionelixirs.com. And yeah, I might not even make a, description for this or do much for this video, maybe later, but I've just been tired and just want to post something, just keep it going, because I have some ideas for sure for some of my videos going forward. Definitely some really fun ones that I'm excited, but I think they're gonna take a little bit more time, and I just need to be in a good place energetically as well. I usually try to be really upbeat every time I make perfume, and I've just been really healing lately, so I haven't really felt that, but I just cleaned everything today, so it's coming. Definitely gonna be making some new perfumes here very soon, and I'm super excited about that. I'm going to show you all the process on how I do that. Yeah, I just have a lot of decompression that I've been doing, and just thinking about where this is going to go, and I'm really glad I've taken a break from, this one wants to come out. I've taken a break from doing those pick-a cards. It's not like they were a lot of work, it's just I feel like they weren't where my heart lies anymore. I'm so thankful and happy to give people messages. It's everything I want in life, and when people tell me that it helped them, that is really sometimes that is more than money or anything, I've been coming to realize that a lot lately. It's I was on this millionaire mindset kick, and that is cool, but the thing is, I saw this thing from Tupac, actually, and he was nobody should have 52 rooms in their house, nobody should have $32 million when people are starving, and that's another way to think about it, you know what I mean? That's another way to think about it. I guess you wouldn't really ever have a shit ton of money if you just really put a focus on helping others and helping the earth, and you wouldn't be super fancy all the time. You wouldn't, but I mean, I think you can find fanciness in your own ways, and but that's just something that's been coming through for me a lot. It's just, I don't need to be as fancy. I go through waves. Sometimes I'm oh, I really need it. I have these big goals. I want to have this business that's worldwide. And then other times I'm I want nothing. And then other times I'm I want a commune. And the goals change. It's cool. I feel the goals will eventually be a culmination of many aspects and many things that you wanted and believed in, and we can't always pin down exactly what it will look like, and that's the beauty. I think that's the beauty of it, and if I do readings going forward, I want them to be more like this, where I'm just raw and talking to you all and just hanging out, I even want to try out reading with some Pokemon cards. I have a ton of Pokemon cards. I have a collection of Pokemon cards, and I just love them, and it would be so fun to read them, but I don't want to bend them at the same time. I have 2 seashells on the table, but we have all your cards out, so let's see what your reading is today. I'm excited about this. 4 of Cups. Interesting. Yeah, this is very interesting. I love it. It's cracking me up. I feel like I need to show you guys closer. It's cracking me up though. It's like you're not happy with how things are going, and it feels very much like it has to do with like social media or just like work. Just anything that has to do with a laptop. And also like I feel like you love coffee or hot drinks or something, because they're showing me the hot drinks here. Like coffee or tea. I want to make myself some tea. That sounds fun. I feel like doing that. I'm gonna do that as soon as I'm done with this. I love taking like herbalists teas and like going to places and buying herbalist teas. Like that is one of my favorite things to do. So the 3 of Swords here, I feel like you're getting out of a place where you were like, I heard like breaking your own heart. That is really what I heard. Like, yeah, you're just getting out of a place where you're like, you're just moving through a time of discomfort, discontentment. That's what you're doing. You're healing this. You're healing this. 8 of Swords. You're healing it by understanding that you are not a victim, that you can get through anything, that you can take the blindfold off in life and see through the illusions, and that you're not really trapped or wrapped up. Like, look, it's just a tiny yarn. It's just a tiny little yarn that holds him, you know? And it's like, that yarn is like the thread. And that's the threads of fate. Like, you are connected to everything. Everything that's happening is meant to happen. It's unfolding the way that it is supposed to. And anything that you go through that's difficult or not how you wanted it to go, or makes you feel trapped, makes you feel confused, all of that, it comes back around, and you'll understand why it happened. You will understand why it happened. What do we have here? Delight and Daring. 5-lined skink. We have this card. I feel like this card has come out before for me, and I'm feeling that the similar energy is that it came out reversed though. I don't know. This card makes me think that like you're supposed to take risks in life. You're supposed to like maybe be around wild animals, or like work with animals, or like jump out of an airplane, you know, like skydiving. And I dived with sharks before. It's so fun. But just like even like falconry or something. I know somebody that actually does that. It's very rare, but it's super, super cool thing to get into. It's very difficult to get into. It's just things like that. It's just things that are really interesting, and it came out reversed. So I feel like that's something that maybe you're like missing, or something that you're not putting a lot of emphasis on, or maybe you're even frightful of. And I feel like it's saying like connect with this energy of daring, of risk, of taking leaps of faith, of, you know, you can take those next steps, even if it's scary. Mugwort, that's crazy. The High Priestess reverse. Wow, it's so crazy that we got Mugwort whenever I have Bobinsana on the table, which Mugwort and Bobinsana both have to do with dreams. So your dreams are really important right now. High Priestess reverse, it's telling me like maybe you might have a hard time understanding your dreams. If you ever want me to, you know, do a dream reading on you, if you want to tell me about your dream, I'd love to do that for you. It's so interesting to me. This is telling me that you need to do magic for yourself. Maybe a little pouch. That's one of my favorite ways to do magic, other than making my roll-on essential oils, is to like write something in a pouch, put herbs in there, put crystals in there, we got rose hips on here, maybe little charms, and put it under your pillow. For understanding your dreams, getting in tune with your dreams, having prophetic dreams. It's like you don't believe that this is possible, or you're just like not connecting with this aspect of who you are. You are a dream warrior, okay? And also like connecting with your dreams, and your dreams that have to do with being a, you know, psychic or just somebody that's like in tune with these other sides of life, you need to believe in that aspect of who you are, and like really step that up and make that like a huge important part of who you are, and like let that lead every aspect of your life, just being that high priestess. Like see yourself in that way, connecting to these other realms that other people can't understand, like being in dreams and like lucid dreaming and things like that, astral projecting, things like that. Four of Fire. Four of Fire, that's cool. The Four of Wands typically represents celebration. I find it interesting that this card, it's very messy. It's also very interesting here that the card that came out right next to it is not messy at all. It's like things got messy so that they could turn into this beautiful wreath. And it's the Hermit here too, and the Hermit is like going inward, right? So it's like you went into the aspects of your soul, you looked at them, you took note, you said, these are the things I've experienced, these are things that are my morals, my values, what my goals are, you know, and then you made this neat little wreath, and you get it right. You know, you're figuring that all out. So I would even take a moment to actually write down what your biggest goals are. Maybe lifelong goals, maybe 5-year goals. Just really see those goals and understand, and I would even say like why, the why, and in what ways you've already achieved some aspects of the feelings that come with those goals. Try to figure that out. You probably already have, but I don't think that you see it enough of how amazing you are and how much you've achieved. Here we go, 9 of Air. Wow. It's like cutting things out. It's like getting in tune with that shadow again. It got really messy. It got weird. The threads here too. Like, look at this. This is so funny. Look, 2 different decks, totally different vibes. We got the red yarn here, and then look, the red yarn, it goes all through your, this is like your psyche. And in your psyche, you know, we have like Mary on the pillow in the back. It's like, within your psyche, you have the guides making sure that you weren't getting lost within this, but it gets messy. It gets very messy, you know? But that thread, like, it's important. Everything that you went through is important. I feel like red thread theory, have you ever heard of that? I don't know much about it, but I feel like maybe that's coming through. Thread is just coming through a lot, interestingly enough. And elderberry is really good for just health, healing, coughs, throats, and things like that. So if you ever get a cough, I definitely recommend elderberry syrup. It's amazing. I feel like pomegranate juice and elderberry syrup, like, take that. Just drink that. If you ever feel sick, I feel like those antioxidants, it'll just wake you up. It'll just bring you back. Like, maybe you need to get that palm drink. You know that drink? I feel like you need some of that. I haven't had that in a while. It's expensive, but it's really good. Yeah, like some of that palm with a little bit of like some soda water. So good. I don't know. Maybe you need to make like elixir drinks for yourself. It's going into the shadow world. It's going into the underworld, and what did you realize? You realized what was important to you. And, you know, one thing I'm realizing what is important to me is just, like, my connection with my man. That's, like, one of the toppest tier things. And just, like, having integrity and, like, bringing magic to the world, inspiring people, like, getting clear on what matters the most to me. Because, like I said in the beginning, it's, like, we can feel like money is this end all be all, but it's like, what were you gonna do with that, and what feelings are you gonna accomplish from that anyways? So try to feel those feelings before, you know, because you actually step into that by seeing what you've already accomplished. You know, you step into more abundance by respecting what you've already done in your life. Oh my god, yeah. We have the sides here are hung up. It's like, okay, you cut the things out and now we're done. and now we're done. Now we have the focus, and now we have, you know, we're slicing through. We're gathering the things we need, more things that we need. We've gathered those to make the wreath that is our goals and our aspirations and our morals and what we do in life and what we have in our life and what's the most important to us and all of this. Like, we're figuring it all out. We're getting it together. We've done it. I feel like the sides have been put up because you cut out what needed to be cut out and you figured out what you needed to bring in. And I feel like just this like unwavering focus is one of the main things that's coming in. I feel like rosemary is such a fantastic oil to connect with. My motivation oil is out of stock. I'll definitely check out Instagram to keep up to date with my, you know, what's in stock and what I'm restocking at that time, because definitely motivation will be a great perfume for you. It's not even a perfume really, it's really more of like a aromatherapy healing blend because it works so well. Like, I actually put mine in like an old essential oil bottle that I had. It's actually like my old rosemary bottle because I use it so much that I didn't even want a roller anymore. I was just like, just pour this shit on me. Maybe someday I'll make big versions of my oils if anybody would ever want that. But we got Black Bear, sync with the cycles. Yeah, definitely. It's like we go through these cycles. I feel like this is the cycle. This is the cycle. It's like we go into the chaos. We loosen up the threads of what we felt was tangling us up. We slice through. We figure out what we need. We figure out what's important to us. We figure out what we bring into the next steps. We make something beautiful with it. We set it up with pure intention and create and make. We add what needs to be added and cut out what needs to be cut out and hang everything up on the wall because we're done. We understand the cycles. Maybe take a pause. Maybe take a moment, you know, to even notice the cycle that we had just gone through, and then we do it all over again. But this time we've learned something and we can do it with more peace, and we know our shadow more, and we don't have to slice out as much, and we take that lesson with us, and we go off on a new journey, and it's extremely beautiful, and we put more emphasis on the simple things in life. You know, that's what I've been doing lately, is like just happy to be alive, just happy to have a home, just happy to have food, just happy to have a partner that cares about me. Like, I'm just thankful for the simple things that I have, and I just want to stay. I'm about to cry. Like, I want to stay in that. I want to stay in that, because if I get too lost thinking about my future goals and all of this, then I forget to see what's already in front of me that's so very beautiful. 7 of Wands here. Interesting card for the finale. And it's just an interesting version of this card too, because the 7 of Wands is usually like somebody that is fighting. This is crazy. Like, they're usually somebody that's like, they're against everybody. You know, they're like, they have their wand up and then there's 6 wands fighting them, you know? But this 7 of Wands is really interesting because he has conquered it. He has conquered it. He doesn't care if there's people against him. Anything that, you know, was in the cycle that needed to be cut out, he did that, and then he's proud of himself, and he's like on top of his new accomplishment, and just like, this can't bother me anymore, you know? Just proud. Just be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. Seriously. That is what I feel like this message is about. We also had this little Jigglypuff. That's funny that I talked about Pokemon, because I had this little Jigglypuff too on the table, and this Jigglypuff represents child healing to me, and maybe that's something that you all want to bring in, is just do a little bit of child healing. I feel called to like read this Seven of Wands card. I feel like your fire, your passion, your creativity are all coming back. You're dedicating to that. And yeah, I just feel like a fiery energy. I feel like birds are important, very important. Just like looking at the sky, just connecting with nature, connecting with tinctures, moving through this grief or anything, fear or trapped feelings or discontentment or anything like that. Yeah, overcoming adversity, bravery, negotiation, strife. Yes, success despite competition or other obstacles. Feeling on top of the world, that's what's gonna happen. Peak performance. I'm feeling that, like, you're doing this. You're doing this. It's like you see the cycle for what it is. It's been something that's been coming through to me lately is like dukkha and Buddha. You know, Buddha said that, like, basically, another thing Buddha said is happiness is the path, you know, not the path to happiness. But I feel like dukkha is basically suffering, you know, and what we attach to. So every time we attach to something and we think of it as what we need for happiness, then it is like an obstacle. And so we just find a new thing to attach to over and over. And it's just, how fast can you cut through this? How fast can you see the cycle for what it is? How fast can you detach, not see yourself as a victim, not see yourself as discontented with the situation, you know, move through in a healing way? Like, how? But it's like sometimes it's not about quickness. It's about really feeling it and feeling it to the extent that it needs to be felt. Yeah, overcoming obstacles and challenges that stand in your way of success. You are just going to be successful. You're seeing the cycles for what they are now. And I think that is everything I have for you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out my Instagram. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this, and like, and all of those good things. Comment down below if this resonated with you. Hopefully you all like this new format, even though I'm not doing the pick-a-cards. I just want to be able to do what I can and do what feels right. And I just can't wait to bring art videos to you all soon. I love you all very much. So proud of you guys. Bye, everybody.